Hi Internet, thanks for clicking on Stop and Think, the puzzle channel today, where we will be doing a Friday Los Angeles Times crossword puzzle. I'm going to move my head over to this portion of the screen so I can see the name of the constructor, which is Marc Goldstein. The editor is Patty Verrill, and I am John Appleseed. I'm your host here on the channel. Let's get into the puzzle. One across is Whip It Band. That is Devo, who hold a special place in my heart because there was a particularly difficult puzzle I was doing once. Devo ended up being the break-in I needed to kind of figure out a difficult section of the puzzle. 14 across Photoshop, say, don't know, 17 across tube on an automatic ball launcher. Don't know that. 1 down storehouses, depots, yeah. 2 down imposing structure, an edifice, kind of like just a word for a building, but I guess it could be a large imposing building. 3 down nutrient, in citrus, vitamin C. Yeah. And 4 down, we've kind of grayed out. What does that mean? Like 3 down, pills. Vitamin C pills would be what? Over the counter, OTC. 14 across, Photoshop would be to edit. Yes, that works. Tube on an automatic ball launcher. Ghost of a Chance for 20 across, that fits. 23 across, blank Leste, first new sovereign state of the 21st century. That's Timor-Leste, East Timor, in the Indonesian archipelago. 28 across, bygone boxy Toyota. Toyota Scion was a thing at one point. 31 across, suffix similar to S. To make something feminine, maybe? Not sure. 24 down, actress Chaplin. I've seen this before. I think it's Ula, but I'm not confident about that. Enley? 28, 18 down, insects in the genus Vespa. Vespa are wasps. Hornets might be related to wasps. Una, E-N-N-E, could be a feminizing suffix. Okay, let's try Una. This crossing is difficult for me. I'm not quite sure what it is. S. I'm trying to think of a comedian. A comedian changes to comedian to make it feminine. Okay, so pretty confident about E-N-N-E and Una, I guess. I've seen this in crossword puzzles before. Didn't know what it was then either. I need to look it up, I guess. Okay, 5 across, substantial account. A saga, like a long story. 5 down, former frosh, a former freshman, a sophomore maybe. 21 across, cry of discovery, ooh, or oh-ho, to make an H here for the end of sophomore. 15 across, blank hygiene, that could be oral hygiene. Pitch pipe. Put in oh-ho and sophomore for 5 down. 6 down, melodic. 7 down, opening. Could be maw or gap. 8 down, brew pub brew is probably ale. So I like saga better for a substantial account, a long story. Gap can be an opening of something. Melodic. A pitch pipe. I don't know. I'm confused by that. 9 across, mint family herb. Don't know. 9 down, the perks of blank, a wallflower. Wallflower, wallflower, won't you dance with me? I'm sad and lonely too. I think it's the perks of being a wallflower. I have a vague notion of hearing about that. Elena Ferrante, I recognize from a previous crossword puzzle I did, is the first name of the novelist. What would this be? 19 across, sorry, got other plans, I can't. 22 across, polar vehicle, a snowcat is a kind of snowmobile-like thing. Secluded spot could be an alcove. A nice scene in the film In Bruges where A non-English speaker talks about alcoves and nooks and crannies in the woods. Dugong for one. Dugong is something like a manatee, isn't it? Or sea cow, yeah, manatee are sometimes called sea cows. 12 down, natural, innate, natural trait or characteristic of a person, innate, more recent. Basil might be a herb in the mint family. Latter, yeah, the former and the latter. The latter is the more recent. Batter's decision not to bunt. That would be a swing vote. I vote to swing rather than bunt. So these are kind of jokey things. I guess a pipe is a tube, and the automatic ball launcher is pitching a ball, maybe to the batter who's going to not bunt at it. Arioso, just from what I know about Italian, that would be an adjective of an aria, the characteristic of being like an aria, which is a melody. So arioso could be aria-esque. 26 down, spot for a barcode often. Don't know that. 27 down, hankering. Could have been itch. I got an itch to do something. 22 down, scornful expression. Sneer. Facial expression. Art Deco designer. Oh, that is Erta, a name I've seen from other puzzles. Ariose, I think, would be feminine plural in Italian. Or maybe this is Arios, borrowed into English as aria like Arios. Okay, I'm going to guess that. Trust to luck there. This is a Friday puzzle, so having some difficulty. 32 across, crushes in a way. You can ice something. You do well at it. You iced that. So 34 across, I got it, or blazing fastball, for example. Are all these baseball related? I happened to see the Nationals beat the Braves last night to get coming closer to being under 500. I do follow the Nationals, so it's nice to see them rebound from a significant losing streak they had earlier in the season. 34 across, I got it. So that would be a catcher's something, catchphrase. Yeah, I'm going to catch it. This is a phrase I use to indicate I'm going to catch it. It is my catch phrase. 26 down, spot for a barcode. 35 down, whistleblower. And 36 down, Les Miserables novelist. That's Victor Hugo. 39 across is stock option, soup. Or you would use stock to make soup, I guess. The wrapping, so aces, not ices. And the wrapper of something might have a barcode on it. Aces, not ices for crushes, in a way. Death in the family, that's probably James G. Whistleblower could be a coach. Yeah, okay. 42 across, whack. SWAT might work as a synonym for whack. 50 across, tally entered on a scoreboard. The score. I don't like having score repeated in the clue and the answer, though. 53 across, sudden charge. Nope, 57 across, perch. Not sure about that. 61 across, government security, a treasury note, T-note. 64 across, ribald nature spirit of Greek mythology. Satyr, maybe? Gym bottoms could be sweats. So let's try satyr. Think of satyr as kind of libertine creatures of Greek mythology. Winona Ryder was in Beetlejuice. 44 down, fundamentally. At root, maybe? 45 down, unlikely to be undependable. If you're likely to be dependable, is that a double negative? It would be trusty. I was trying to come up with an an example of a good double negative. I think still got not quite one there, but the two negatives make a positive. Tally entered on a scoreboard. Sudden charge, an onrush, or an inrush. Shorts Could be gym bottoms. Onrush for sudden charge. Perch is roost. At root. Hit record would be a record of the of hits in a game entered on a scoreboard. Yes. 47 down. Swirls of water. Eddies. Eddies in the space-time continuum, and this is his sofa. 58 down. Pop to a blank and him. Her and him, just a guess. 59 down. Thompson of Back to the Future. Leah Thompson played the mother in that film. 55 down. Aimlessly. 54 across. Racket, could be a din. Loud noise. 62 across. Obedience school lesson. A dog might learn to heel in an obedience school lesson. 65 across. Aimlessly. Rash doesn't quite fit. Is it she and him? What was I looking at? 65 across. Relax is easy. Where was the... Aimlessly was 55 down, which is idly. Yeah, that does fit. So 58 across. Instructional video about getting under a tag. So more baseball. Slide would be how you get under a tag. Touch the base while avoiding the tag. 33 down. Cracker served with 39 across, which is soup. Saltine. Classic accompaniment for soup. 40 across. A starring role is the lead. 37 down. English actor Bean. That's Sean Bean. I think he's known for dying in every role that he plays. 38 down. Maladies treated with drops. Ear aches. Be a plural there. Container allowances on scales. Those are tears, I think. 52 across. Not suitable. Inapt. The opposite of apt. 56 across. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame City. That's in Cleveland, Ohio, I think. So CLE would be an abbreviation for Cleveland. Slideshow, an instructional video, so it's a show. 63 across. Present or present here. Might be how you answer a roll call. Present here. Mushu, pork with a U. Deplore is strongly regret. 66 across. New to you is used. And like some tomatoes and prunes, both of those can be served stewed. So D finishes the puzzle. There we go. That was a nice Friday puzzle. Not too difficult. Some things I had a little bit of trouble. Pitch pipe didn't quite make sense to me as an automatic ball launcher. Then once we got swing vote and catchphrase, and I'm learning these are kind of jokey baseball related examples, and pitch pipe made a lot more sense. So that was fun. I enjoyed that. Hope you enjoyed watching. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time.